Okay, welcome back. We're on the way to the landing. I've got to get something for my eye. Singular eye. I got for freak's sakes, that's in the way now. I got an eye infection that, I better put these in the front seat or I'll forget to strap them on. These are diapers that we don't need anymore because Max has got it all sorted out. Okay, hang on. Okay, let me turn the radio off. We're both sick. Let me see how's that going there. Okay, hang on. Is it blinking? Yep. We're back to old school here. Well, okay, we can't see how much that is. Alright, I'll clean the window in a second. Just gotta fix the seat. Close the door. Huh? Oh, there it goes. Okay. We're rolling. Fish. Oh. Okay. It says -4, but it's freaking cold out there. Okay, start. Going? Yes, sir. Let the heat. Bing, bing. What's you beeping for? Oh, inflate the tires. My wife's getting better. She's been sick for the last couple of weeks. Yesterday, I started coming down with it. Okay, I gotta put the wipers on for a sec here. Okay, here we go. It's a snowing. I got 3 things to do. 4 now, because I see the mail, and I better get it now, because if I don't, I won't remember on the way back. So hang on. There we go. Okay. I need one of those freaking things like a ramp. Okay, what do we got here? Costco. Ooh, another Costco. What luck. What's that? 2 Costco magazines. That one. Canadian Tire Flyer. I don't know what that is. That's for Nick. That's for the wife. That's for the mother-in-law. And the mother-in-law. And guess what? Like usual, there's nothing for old Bobby here. Nothing to cash in. And alright, let's buckle up. Let's get going. Okay. Make sure the heated wheels on and all that. That's good, that's good. I don't want it blowing in my face. Window. And rear defogger. And heated steering wheel. Yes. There we go. So we're getting a little bit of snow. Somebody backed in there. Oh, Larry's been getting down there. There. Yeah, I started getting a bit of a, you know when you get that pain in the back of your nasal there, the back of your nose, above your throat. I started, I don't know, like a lump or something. And then I could feel the crushed glass kind of in my, here, see, I can pull this back just a ways. Yeah. Like, I got crushed glass in my throat. And I'm coughing more than normal. So that reminds me, I gotta put a mask on before I go to the pharmacy. I don't want to freak him out. It's the right thing to do, you know. Get my wife some popsicles. And then on the way back, bring the popsicles into the house with the diapers, put the popsicles in the freezer, talk to our neighbor, scoop her in with all the latest news from Sheepy Hollow and parts unknown. And it was a kind of sad and a happy day yesterday. My mother-in-law had to go to a one of those special places in the care homes because she wasn't capable of looking after herself anymore. I guess that's the way you would put it. She fought long and hard right up to the bitter end, and all she wanted was to spend the last winter there. But wasn't happening. This is where I'll stop here on the way back. So well, let's just say she was upset, but I think she'll forget about it all pretty quick because they tell her something one day and she doesn't remember what it was till the second day. Kind of like me. I had to make a list of 3 items that I don't forget before I even got out the door. Now I got these diapers on the seat. Doesn't mean that I'll notice them on the way back. These things happen to me all the time, actually. So, yeah, there's been a bit of a melt, and you can't see the potholes for the fresh snow on the ground, so everything looks pretty level. And Jimmy, the guy back there, really made a neat thing. His, you know this, when you have a window that slides left to right? Well, I don't know how he did it. I've seen the pictures of it. But he made a bird feeder that comes inside the house. So he could put seeds in it from the top. The birds come in from the side of the house. And then they're like right in their living room. I thought that was pretty cool. I've seen people, or not, I haven't physically seen them, but I've seen things on the internet where they had bees that you could watch inside the house. Kind of like an ant farm thing. We don't have to worry about having an ant farm because we already got ants in the farm. We get these great big black buggers that come into the house in the spring and part of the summer before they disappear. Not sure what they're after. I'm trying to narrow it down. And we'll deal with them accordingly. I bought these traps, but they don't seem to do the job. Those little tins with the holes in them at the Dollarama. Okay. Well, there's the freaking clear cut there by Mr. Irving. Wow. That's the first one to do I forgot. There's another one now. Way down here. Can't see as far. Visibility is not that good. If you're in a plane, you got about 5 miles, baby. I don't know if I could be a pilot or not. Whoever was the navigator really have to have their stuff together because there's something about flying where you can't see where you're going, where you can't see what's underneath you, or coming at you. Just nerves you right out. And it's the middle of January. It won't be long before spring comes. And then this road will be just a mess. We had it graded 5 times last year. But it's like they wait for a weather event to come before they grader it. They grader it, the weather event comes. Everybody's still got to go back and forth on the road. And one day or so later, it's full of potholes again. Oh well, there's the other clear cut they got. This is all Irving's land. And I don't know why he leaves these little scabby trees behind it. It just doesn't, I don't know why they don't flatten them. But, instead of allowing it to grow back into a mixed forest, it turns into a monoculture forest, okay? One species of tree. Like these things you see on the side of the road. Oh, that's the big hole. Forgot that. So, it doesn't support wildlife. There's nothing to eat on those evergreens. They need the moose, the deer, and all these other critters. They need vegetable material, you know? Not this evergreen stuff. Or firs, or whatever, pines, or whatever. They just can't eat it. What was that? Something squeaking back there. That's the wiper. We'll turn that off. We had to replace that once. Oh, well, I'm down there. I should stop in and see the mechanic. He sees him. When do you think he can come to fix the snowblower? The snowblower, the tip of the chute there, it won't turn with the joystick. And what happens is one of the contacts gets corroded. Well, that one particularly. And it would be a good idea to weld 4 contacts. Up and down and left to right. Just the up and down one though. Or it won't go up. So I can't aim the chute. It's pointing straight down. So that'll never work. You gotta have it up so you throw it away. Anyway, let's see if I can get old Cecil. Free up a little time, especially before another freaking big blizzard comes. He's got some property up here somewhere. Yeah, and the rattle's back. It's in the dash somewhere. I don't like the bumpy roads. So that you'll have to put up with it. Oh man. Looks like a radio tower way up there. Perhaps. Yep, they have the mud bugs off that road to the right. I can't remember what they call it. There's a name for it, but they don't really go there too much anymore. Liabilities and stuff like that. There's a few guys down in this area that have these monster trucks for ripping around in the mud and on the trails on Irving's property. Yeah. I knew something was wrong yesterday when my eye started to get itchy. I knew right away what it was. Then you look in the mirror and you go, oh God, there's the gunk. I've had this, I think this is my third time since we've moved down into New Brunswick. They give you a tube of stuff like Polysporin. You got to squirt some of that in your eye until it clears up. And then you got two good peepers then. But at the moment, I gotta be careful I don't infect the other eye, because then I'll have two scratchy eyes, and that's not gonna be nice. As it was last night, trying to watch a movie wasn't easy when you're gotta do all this extra blinking. And every time you blink, it's like a piece of sand or grit in your eye. Yep, her. Oh, the steering wheel's nice and warm. Oh, this is the bump. It's worse on the other side. I was doing pretty good. I remembered right up until I seen the pavement. So the other day I made a video coming back from town, because on the way to town, one of the batteries decided that it was going to not want to work. Oh, jeez. My beard got caught in the zipper. Wow, that hurts. This little frickin' starting to turn into one of them turkey necks. Some of the women will know what I mean. Oh, I got a move. Yeah. So, we got a place to bring the dog now. We take it to the old people's home on the dementia unit. And the boys can get the extra loving. And it make the people happy, even if for a moment. And there's other seniors in there as well. So what have we got here? Brew or something or other. They want something like 300 grand for that place. That's a lot of money. Oh, I was looking on, where was it? Prime, about these homesteads. There was one, I think it was in Alberta. They had 11,000 acres for sale with it. And they wanted just a mere $60 million. That was the most expensive one that they had. But there was another one they had. It had one of these roads that, well, she went up there in some kind of fancy car like a Lexus. And it wasn't that made for that kind of a car. You need it like this, a Jeep, or like a good size, good pickup or whatever to get up there. A beautiful home. And I can't remember, they wanted something like $8 or $11 million for that. So, my place is worth, well, for anybody who's got the money, I'll let it go for about $3 million. You know I'm pulling your leg, right? But if I did have $3 million for it, then I could buy a bigger piece of property and put another house up. And I could sell that too. Do a thing like Capper does. This fellow I watch on YouTube, not as much lately, but he has his own excavator and tractor, and I'm not sure what all else he's got, but with his excavator, he goes into the bush, makes trails, food plots, watering holes, and for all these white-tailed deer. I don't think there's much more of anything else down around where he said. He's in, well, he was in Missouri, and now he's somewhere else, Oklahoma or somewhere, one of those states. It's beautiful looking, like it's all hills, like what you're looking at around here, and lots of them. So he goes in and redefines where the roads are, make the extra trails and stuff like that in there, so you can get a pickup, or you can get ATVs in and out of there, so you can get your game. I like it. But now I won't be using the chainsaw much. My shoulder is getting a little bit better, but it's pretty hard. When I put the ponytail in, I got to put this elastic around the back. I've got to, sometimes I have to sit down, put my elbow on the table so I can support it, because my shoulder hurts so much. Anyway, we're on our way, and we will be there shortly. There's got to be something there. I'll talk to the mechanic guys there today. We just got to get that snowblower A-OK before the next big dump comes. And being that it's in the middle of January, we're due. We haven't had much this year. I had to run it the other day because, not from snowfall, it was just the drifting from the high winds we had. It comes off the field, the big field out back, whips around the garage, and it dumps it all right in front, where the car's parked and the doors getting in and out of the house. Ah, there's a school bus. When that thing stops, flips out its sign, you do not pass the bus. They should have cameras on it. Take the pictures of the license plates. And the front of the vehicle when it's driving by the stop sign that flips out. Just so they could fine these people like $1,000 or something like that. That sounds about a good price. You'll learn your lesson then. I like it what they do some places in Europe. If you get fined for speeding, you know, here this might be like a $200, $300 fine or something like that. Over there, it's based upon how much money you make. There's a minimum, I believe, but there is no real maximum. So that prevents a real rich guy from ripping around and paying a couple $100, because that's nothing to him. You know, maybe 5, 10 grand. That'd wake a guy up. Anyway, you can only go so fast on this road. It's 80. And sometimes when it's transitioning between the from 0 down, it can get the black ice on it. Even though they salt the hell out of it, but the salt doesn't work after a certain temperature. And you go drifting right off the road into the post, telephone pole or whatever, into the ditch. Okay. That field on the right floods just about every spring. You wouldn't know it though. We are downstream of the big dam, but when the water and all the snow melt hits, or just before it hits the dam so that they can handle it, they let a lot of water out, and if there's a lot of water coming, they'll have those big chutes open as well. So any low-lying area, it'll flood, even in the city of Fredericton. They can't hold it back. And I think the bridge is open, or the dam's open for traffic again, one way. They closed it for a little while there, for a week or something like that, when they were doing something. Okay. Oh, shoulder's starting to ache, and I haven't even used it in the car. So we'll be getting up shortly. I'll go in and get that, go in and talk to the mechanic, and turn you back on for the trip home. Fair enough. Ooh, they got their siding on. The church. That took a while. Yeah, doesn't look too bad. Nope, still pieces missing. Around the doorway. And here we are. We have arrived. Oh, Happy New Year's. Okay, move your car over. Come on now. Now there's a disabled parking way over there, which don't make sense to me. Okay, we're here. Mechanic's just off to the right. Let's see if I can turn this thing off.